Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn June 3, 2022. Today's moon stirs your need to be free and spend time with people who accept you without strings, and doing some connecting or reaching out to others can be rejuvenating now. You're in a forward-looking, hopeful frame of mind, focusing on plans and goals related to personal fulfillment and satisfaction. This positive emotional orientation is reinforced by a Sun-Mars transit that encourages you to express yourself or explore new and interesting topics. At the same time, today and tomorrow are particularly powerful for hard work and attention or commitment to work and health pursuits. Your dedication to your chores, work, and routines is admirable now, and you could pour a lot of energy into attempts to master a particular skill. The moon continues to wander through sentimental Leo and your freedom-loving 11th house of associations, friendship, and future visions. Still, it will simultaneously sextile go-getter Mars via your 7th house of one-on-one relationships in the process. Have you been looking for ways to connect with a love interest in your extended network? Others of you may even opt for strategizing, also you can approach a potential suitor without coming across as determined or headstrong, even though you're well aware of what you want. Keep in mind that your chatty planetary ruler, Mercury, will perfect its sextile to charming Venus today, making this offer all the more enticing. Invest in your professional curiosities. There is immense power at your fingertips as Venus in Aries sextiles Mercury in Gemini. As your mind swirls with new ideas about your career and potential achievements, you may realize that you have the power to follow through with such ideas. You already have the assets, resources, and investments to make progress with your ideas. This will then affect your career path since it could set you apart from other professionals. Investing in new opportunities could even lead you down a completely new career path. The moon's return to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart today is good news for Venus, putting them at a friendly aspect just days after her return to your financial sector and just days before Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is due to return next week. This is something that can fuel your financial instincts and imagination, and with perfect timing. Your optimistic and positive charisma are magnetic. A friend or family member may need your help fairly soon, so don't hesitate to offer them assistance, since you have the necessary resources. It will definitely make you feel good to help others, knowing that they will remember you for it. You have the backbone to take care of just about anything right now, even standing up to you-know-who. You're thinking 7 or 8 moves ahead of the competition, so you can't lose. Full of positive energy, it seems your efforts have paid off. Be sure you don't get too carried away, just because others find it difficult to refuse you. Try to remain modest. In spite of the attention and flattery you receive, other people also like to have some attention paid to them. Give recognition where it's due. Communication is one of the main tenets of good health. We are responsible for working out the physical and emotional energy we come into contact with. Often, we can tackle both at once. Long runs give us time to focus on specific issues and find solutions. Yoga classes help us get centered and look within to find patience when we thought we'd run out. Try to exercise with the awareness that your heart must be healthy in order to speak its truth. It can be challenging at times to accept the members of your family for who they are. On a day like this, filled with your own vibration, you may find it easier to gain a greater appreciation of the people you grew up with. No one person acts all good or all bad. You draw characteristics and qualities from many sources. Try to see the positive aspects on this family-oriented day. The more accepting you are, the more you will be accepted in your own uniqueness. There is something special in the air today when it comes to both matters of the heart and your relationships, with communication the common theme. As the moon makes its last visit to your relationship sector before the sun's return, it forms a friendly aspect to forces on the communication front, and this is making it easier to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice. This comes just as Mercury, the planet of communication, turns direct in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart. 5 days after Venus, the planet of love returned to your romantic sector to begin what can be the most romantically charged weeks of any year. Mercury turns direct here today. This will take the brakes off, but not before benefiting from a chance to give your heart, the past and unsaid words, a voice. With the moon making its last visit to your relationship sector before the sun returns, this is something your relationships can benefit from as well. Our eyes in the sky. Venus and Mars are aligned in Aquarius, giving us a chance to understand the way we partner and express our innermost sentiments to others. This connection offers us the romantic world if we choose to take it. Rather than make a major declaration of love, the Aquarius energy makes us take a step back and understand our feelings at a deeper level. Perspective is everything here, so you'd better be clear about what you feel when you feel it, because the next few weeks are going to be all-encompassing when it comes to romance. These two planets share a minor aspect with expansive Jupiter, which might accelerate all possibilities and make us feel as though the world is ours to conquer. Slow your roll before making any moves. You don't have to win a race. Love is about building connections and knowing the person on a soul level. Also, Mercury and the nodes of destiny square off, which can give you a push to spread your wings and fly, but only if you are on the right track and prepared to do so. You'll have warm feelings for the people you keep close, and you can enhance your connections today. You'll be feeling sociable, and communication will be very open. Being this in touch with how you feel while also being able to convey it exactly the way you like is a blessing. However, this comes with the countering energy of the Moon-Neptune square, making things seem slightly less real. Misperception is very likely at this time, so be careful not to react too seriously to anything, and be aware that you might be more sensitive than usual. The best thing would be to put your energy into creative outlets or some other method of escaping reality. You're sure to at least be resourceful enough to come up with some problem-solving ideas. Time limitations could give you a reality check, but you could be too motivated by possible success to think much about it. At midnight, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, the moon transits the sign of its exaltation, amplifying feelings of peace, harmony, and accord. Engage in activities that stimulate your senses and allow you to commune with nature. At this time, comfort takes primacy, which means we may be more stubborn or sluggish in our movements as we linger in each moment, stopping often to smell the roses. Shortly after the moon enters Cancer, it squares Mars and Venus, stimulating our desire complexes in potentially frustrating ways. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it might now seem that what our heart wants has been denied to us. Perhaps this is a matter of unrequited feelings. Perhaps our needs have failed to be met. Perhaps we are simply uncomfortable airing romantic or gushy sentiments. We would love for things to be simple, but the extent of a circumstance's complexity makes for moodiness. We may also act a bit desperate, convinced that hearts can be changed if we simply dig in our heels and refuse to acknowledge another's interest or lack thereof. We must determine whether we are potentially hurting ourselves in our unwillingness to accept anything other than a simple answer.